my. Oh, look at all the food. This video was crazy. Holy. Oh man. Okay, my friends, I have to pause it. Man, he ended up making such amazing Thanksgiving dishes. Actually, you know what, my friends? I have a question for you. Tell me in the comments what your favorite dish in Thanksgiving. And another thing, I actually might celebrate Thanksgiving this year and I might do some cooking. America, when it comes to food, unbelievable. How to throw a Thanksgiving feast that everyone will love. My friends, I'm super excited for this one. I know you guys have great dishes at Thanksgiving, and I'm really curious to see what Kent Rawlings will present us today. But before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. It's the best way to show support. Now, if you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Link for the original video in my description, and let's play it.
Hey, thank y'all for stopping by, and what a very special edition of our Thanksgiving special it is. I'm talking about not just a turkey or not just a side dish, I'm talking about the complete meal.
Okay,
We're gonna be so full by this time tomorrow, me and the beagle be bellied up like dead carpet in the sunshine.
Oh boy. Let's go, my friends. Again, my friends, we are going together. Let's see what this Thanksgiving feast is all about.
We're going to jazz it up a little today, and what are we going to start out with? We're going to smoke that turkey a while.
Okay.
Then we're going to bring it over here and we're going to deep fry it. But there is a special...
Sorry, my friends, but so turkey, would you guys say that 80%, 90%, I'm putting some random numbers there, but would you guys say that most Americans eat turkey at Thanksgiving, or is this a thing more of the old times? I still associate Thanksgiving with turkey, to be open with you. But we know times tend to change things, but I wonder if it's still very popular.
Injection that goes in there. We have to inoculate this turkey. I'm not going to tell you what it's with yet, and some of our favorite side dishes that'll grace our table. Let's talk about the star of the attraction on Turkey Day. What is it? It is the...
It's the bird.
That's what I'm talking about, that gobbling bird, that thing that's going to sit on the table. Now, to get the most... And look, I called up a loo instead of a turkey. So to get the...
Oh, my friends, to be honest, would you guys agree with me that turkey is a weird animal? You know, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
The turkey, the tenderest that it can be, I think you really need to brine that turkey first. And you see me mixed it up with really just water, kosher salt, some rosemary, some bay leaves, some thyme, some lemon squeezed in there. Mix it up in there with some allspice and stuff. Stir it up. You got to let this simmer first before you put that turkey in there. When you've got it simmered, you know everything is mixed well. Bring it off there, let it cool a minute, then go to adding ice to it. Because we don't want to put that turkey in anything that is hot. But don't forget,
Americans really love ice.
When you first start, and all them turkeys you buy now, unless you're raising your own, it's got this little red deal that's sticking right over here in this side of the breast.
What?
And what is it? It's a pop-o-matic. Folks, them things don't fare well in a deep fryer, I promise you. So make sure you take that thing out of there. Lay that bird down in there gingerly. Don't let him do no swan dive right out of your hand. It'll splash in your face, it will. Make sure that he is fully covered, and then what? We're going to set him in the ice box for at least 24 hours.
Okay, so far so easy.
We got the turkey deep fryer, courtesy of my oldest son, Jace, and Lou says she's thirsty. She's going to have a drink. Would you get out of that? That is turkey water. And you're thinking to yourself, why do we need turkey water? Well, every year about Thanksgiving time, you hear on the news, what are they talking about? House burnt down, garage burnt down. Folks, you got to figure how much grease you need in there before you just pour it in there. What we're going to do right now is go ahead in here and see if we can fish this bird out. Drain that water out of it. You can see some of them good herbs is still on there. Now, if I was just going to smoke this...
Mage's going to eat the bird.
Easy, Mage. So just go ahead and lay this in here. So we're going to go ahead and put us some water in here, see what it takes to fill this thing up to where we can fry. I'd say that was close enough, I would. Bird is out. Here come the pencil. We got a little shaking going on there, but we're just going to sort of guess.
Oh, I understand, my friends. This was genius. So basically, they're putting the water instead of the oil. Now he's going to put the oil by that marker. Holy sweet potato. Isn't that a great idea?
Right along in here.
Okay, right there.
That is oil level.
Perfect.
So let me pour
this
this
guy's a
out.
genius.
We got to dry this out because hot oil and any kind of water don't mix at all. Now, when you're frying a turkey, I really recommend peanut oil. Well, the
Peanut?
hasty bake is going. It's about half full in the firebox.
Sorry, he said peanut oil. Peanut oil?
A Fogo hardwood lump, which is oak. We're going to try to run a temperature of about 225 to 250. Make sure your bird is really good and dry. I don't know why somebody ain't done this already. And if they have, all I can tell them is thank you, because I never seen it before. So we have two items here that I think we really need. One
What the hell is
is
that?
bacon grease,
Ooh.
and the other one is melted butter. I think I'm going
Perfect.
to mix the butter
Do it.
with the bacon. Smell that, Duker? Don't that smell good? I don't know why somebody hadn't already made a
Oh, this
butter
will be
bacon
good.
ice cream machine. And when you're running this in there, just stick it. See the hole right
Oh
here
my god, he became a doctor all of a sudden.
in the needle? That's the first one. There's the second one. So you got to get it deep enough in there that they're both there. Give it a little squirt, move it around in there a little, give it another, turn it to another angle, give him another, pull that out, put a Band-Aid on it, okay? Go back here, do the same thing, get them drumsticks, see if we can't give them wings just a little, because I do like to gnaw on a turkey wing. Now, we couldn't be doing this if
Yo, what type of technology are we working here, my friends? This was crazy.
it was going straight to the deep fryer. But since we're going straight in the smoker,
Okay.
go ahead and get the rest of that bucket, bacon and butter, and just
Just
layer
a
in
bit,
there.
okay.
Go ahead and rub that around there
Just
to
a
where
bit of a
everything's
rub,
sort of paying attention. And then let's season it well. So we're just going to sprinkle it on there fairly well and even all the way around.
Oh, this will be so
Get
good.
a hold of the
So
slimy
good.
turkey now. Hold him up here. Gently lay him over so we try not
Yeah.
to lose too much of that cinnamon seasoning on the front side.
Okay.
All right, folks. It is time to open up the hasty bake.
Yo, my friends, the thing that I love when Americans do the turkey is basically when it's so brown and it seems like the flesh is so crispy. Do you guys think this one will, that's it?
All the
Hey, my friends, leave a like if you are enjoying this. I know this is a slow pace, but man, honestly, I'm gonna make a confession. I may do some Thanksgiving recipes this year. Yeah,
holes are in this end.
leave a like.
Come on there, Herman.
Okay.
Let's go over here.
The machine. This is a great machine. Also,
You see he's got a little sizzle to him.
but
Tuck
the
your
oven does
wings
the
in there
same,
best
right?
you can. Shut the lid. We're going to
This
add
is a
some
old
apple
Lara
wood
oven.
to that and be good to go.
Isn't that a beauty?
Well, it was on the smoker about 48 minutes. Had the oil heating. We want to get up to about 250 to
Oh my god, look at the industrial type of package.
275 when we first let that turkey down in there, because we were heated all the way to 325 or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you let it down in there. It's going to start frying as soon as it hits, and it's going to try to boil up and maybe even boil over.
Ooh, my friends, but it's already looking so good. Do you guys really think this should be deep fried? I don't know about this one. Oh, this could be a mistake. Let's see it.
Let her down in there gently, and then let's bring that oil temperature up to 325 degrees.
Okay, that's going crazy. Never mind.
Move that
Tremendous idea. Oh, what I know.
their deep fryer in the barn because it got so loud I couldn't even hear what I was doing. But one of
Sorry, I'll read this part back. Someone told me in the comments, André, everything deep fried is better. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
moved that there deep fryer in the barn because it got so loud I couldn't even hear what I was doing. But one of our favorite recipes too that graced our table, and it's oh so easy, and I can't remember a Thanksgiving that we didn't have it, and that is really our what we call our cream corn. Now you can buy cream corn at the grocery store in a can, but folks, it don't hold a light to this. All it is frozen corn, about 2 tablespoons of butter. Go ahead and get her down there at the bottom, and to that cream. Yes, you heard me. If
It's good, my friends. Sweet corn with
cream. So I like to add just a little to start out.
You guys do a lot of recipes with corn. Oh, I wonder why, right? You guys have so much corn in America, but I don't know about this one. Corn that way, I'm not sure if I'm... do you guys like cream corn? Leave me a comment if you think I should try cream corn, because it seems so easy also.
Out with, and then we'll go back and see how much more we need when we get her to going.
Okay.
So I'm just going to cook it right here over them.
Man, that machine does everything.
I remember serving this on ranches sometime, and cowboys would say, we could have that for dessert. I mean, this stuff is so good. They'd request it for breakfast, and then I've seen them pour it over biscuits. So it is some good eating. It's easy. It's in our first cookbook, too, A Taste of Cowboy. If you don't have that, page 181. I can remember. I looked it up a while ago. The cream has warmed plumb through. So, folks, it is time to add a little sweetness. So just dump it in there.
You get it?
I would say that was pretty good, but since I'm really feeling pretty sweet, I'm going to put that added bunch in there. We're going to let this come till it gets to a simmer. Then we're going to thicken it with a little flour.
Well, it's
stir
flour?
it one more time,
Okay.
and we're going to serve it.
Okay. It's looking good, actually.
You know, you can't have Thanksgiving without having mashed potatoes. So when we're doing
mashed potatoes? Ooh, I agree.
potatoes, I usually, always used to use like russet potatoes. But I really love to combine russet and Yukon Gold. I think you're going to get really a better blend there. And a lot of people too, when they go to boiling potatoes, they cut them uneven, so you're not having an even boiling time when you're trying to get them taters really soft enough to mash. And you can peel them or not peel them. Now, I do love a dirty mashed tater, leave that peeling on there, but the thing that really hurts a potato to me is it sits there and it steams and it just gets more moisture back in it and it ain't ever gonna whip up right. Take that lid off and that steam's gonna escape. I need you to do one thing real quick.
Okay.
Put them back over low heat. Let's dry all that water out of the bottom. We're not going to cook them. We're just going to make sure that all that steam and that water evaporated and is gone. And I mean, we're going to whip them with that mixer up on.
Oh my god! The thing to make holes in a wall.
Full blast turbo speed. And if you need a little more help than that, just remember there is a video there on the perfect mashed potato. It'll walk you through all them easy steps, tips, and tricks to make.
I feel like smashed potatoes is more difficult than it sounds, honestly. I use the... basically, you can buy something that is already pre-made, let's say. I'm not sure if the mic is working that well today, but basically you buy something that is already pre-made and you just add the milk, and that's it. It's very easy. Because doing from the scratch could be difficult. But you know what? If you guys want me, leave me the number 11 if I should watch this one.
Your mashed potatoes, the fluffiest things ever.
Let's run it a bit back, sorry.
Tips and tricks to make your mashed potatoes the fluffiest things ever. So we had mashed potatoes, but folks, isn't it pretty customary on Thanksgiving that you have sweet potatoes of some form or fashion? Now, I know they're probably good, but I never was a great fan of them sweet potatoes that was sliced like scallop potatoes and then had them marshmallows all over them. I'm going to doll my
I also don't like the marshmallows that much, my friends. I know you guys like it, but...
sweet potatoes up. I'm going to make them a mashed sweet potato. Okay. Then we're going to add some butter. We're going to add some brown sugar. We're going to add some half and half. But we need to make a really nice topping that doesn't involve marshmallows.
What?
No. So we're going to take about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of cornbread mix. Let's get us a cup of brown sugar and put in there. Put some pecans in there. And we're just going to spoon this over the top in dollops and spread it out really well. So when you make this topping to go on there and we bake it, it's like it's got a crust on top of it, like it's sort of a pecan pie in a way. When you got this in a Dutch oven and say you're going to cook it outside, remember them sweet potatoes are sitting right there on the bottom. and they've done been cooked once, so you're going to use very little heat down there on the bottom. Be sure and check out that video on our favorite sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving. It'll help you walk you right through the
Oh
process.
man, another one. Okay. Oh man, I would love to eat one leg of that. Okay.
Well, when you get her out of there, folks, full it so we can get that temperature to go ahead and rise, because we was about 165 there and I want it to rise up to 170. And you probably thinking to yourself, that's a little dark. It is a little dark on the legs and stuff. The mistake was, had some company pull up about the time I'd put that on the smoker, got to visiting. You probably want to go, instead of me telling you 45 minutes, let's cut that smoke time down a little. Let's run about
Do you guys think it was a bit darker? To me, it was looking good.
25 minutes max, and that's about 240 degrees on that smoker. And then when we're able to deep fry, I don't think you're going to get this darker color, but you're probably going in there and frying for, I'd say, about 2.5 minutes a pound. So 24 to 28 minutes along in there. Just make sure that you got that good temperature probe and you pull him up out of there and you check him everywhere just to make sure that you get into that 165.
Okay.
Folks, I'm just going to tell you right now, if I had to sit down at that Thanksgiving table and everything was empty and I'm thinking I can only pick 2 dishes to have at Thanksgiving, well, number 1 would be Mama's cool cranberry salad, and number
What the hell is that?
2 would be the sweet potatoes with the little pecan crust on top. So remember, when you get them cranberries and you get them all chopped up, whether you use a food processor or you use one of them slap choppers, whatever you do, put them in that bowl, put the sugar with them, and let them set at least 12 hours. Now, to get this cream to even set up faster and whip, take this bowl when it is empty and put it in the freezer. Let it chill for about an hour. Then when you go to make that whipped cream, it's going to set up oh so quick. Just dump them in there. And ooh, I can already tell you, we're going to stop and eat this here in just a second. A cup of chopped pecans. So bear with me for just a minute while I take this and drain these pineapples, because you want to make sure they drain. Get the crust. So I'm going to pour half of them in there. I'd say, whoa, that's 3/4, but I guarantee you it'll be all right.
It's okay.
To that, mini marshmallows. And I want y'all to look at something.
We should have gotten a bigger bowl.
Shan wants me to transfer everything that's in here into here.
You can do it.
I can
Marshmallows, my friends. Do you guys think this will work?
remember when I was so young and Mama made this for the first time. I told her, I said, is that dessert, Mama? She said, you've got to have this with the turkey. Because traditionally you had cranberry with turkey. Now, how many of you remember the cranberry that come in here and it was a jail? You dumped it out and you sliced it off. To us, that was cranberry goodness, about as high on the hog as you could get. And when my mother started making this, I knew she was the best cook ever. And something that I always sample first, and I always eat at least 3 to 4 helpings.
Oh, that's nice.
We have made it to dessert. Let's give everybody a round of applause for sitting around the table and feeling like they have eaten more than they should have eaten in their entire life, but they're saving room for dessert.
Don't quit now.
And don't quit now.
Oh, my friends, the dessert, I'm gonna guess pecan pie, because he's doing everything with pecans, so he has the pecans right there, probably.
Most classic dessert of all, served at Thanksgiving for all time and generations. Raise your hand. Let's give a shout out. Pumpkin pie. And get you 100% pure pumpkin.
Libby's.
Ooh, but this so the pecan pie, to me, is the pie that looks the best when it comes to pies in America. But this one is probably amazing.
From Libby. And is it pumpkin, Shan, or pumpkin?
There's an M in there.
There
Pumpkin, yeah.
is an M, sort of like in salmon, right?
No.
Huh? No? It's silent?
Yes.
But I've had a lot of emails already, folks. People are going to make, too, our salted caramel apple pie for dessert.
Holy.
And we'll have you a link down there to where you can find that. It is a great pie in its own self.
You can't get
Oh,
it
my
up.
friends, you guys have great pies. It's kind of crazy, honestly.
Oh,
What?
I love America.
spoon.
What? That is pretty clean
Oh,
right
it
there.
Oh, that was
my
perfect.
gosh, yes. I went to the hen house, I did, and I told the girls, I said I need 2 large eggs. Nobody was in the mood, so they were making mediums today, or even sometimes
Damn, that's small, actually.
small. So when they do that to me, I just use 3. So
Okay.
let's get this mixed up really well right here together, evaporated milk. Folks, I use more of this on ranches than probably anywhere in the world because it was something that I could keep forever.
Evaporated.
Now, I don't want you to dump it in there. Just dump it. I want you to just pour it in there gradually and go slowly. A cup and about 3/4 of sugar.
Holy, that's a lot of sugar.
That's what I
Yeah,
call
put it-
pretty
yeah,
close.
A bit more
A
even.
pinch
No?
of salt, which is about a teaspoonful. Now to that we're going to add some what? Cinnamon. Be careful if
Ooh,
the
I
wind's
love
blowing
cinnamon.
because you don't know everywhere it's going to go. Some ground nutmeg, ground ginger, ground cloves.
Oh, I smell it.
Yeah, don't it smell good?
does.
I mean, it smells like pumpkin pie. It does.
It's pretty good. What you got in there?
I wouldn't show them if I was you,
What is it?
but it looks like fly.
What?
See him right there?
No, that's
It's
just the
protein,
That's just
right?
the nutmeg or cinnamon that's.
Jill.
Now the pie dough that we use is the same thing we used it for our salted caramel apple pie. Now this does make 2 crusts. You can see that's probably a little thicker than what them store-bought pie crusts are. That's sort of the way I
Wait, but this was already pre-made?
want them. I could cook this pie directly in that Dutch oven, but it's so hard to slice them and get them out of there, and we need that pie to be able to cool about 2 to 3 hours before we even
Okay.
serve it. This would be a good time to tell you that we already got some hardwood lump Fogo charcoal
This is spray butter.
in there that is cooked down in the hasty bake that we can use to bake this in. Is it all gonna fit? It's gonna be oh so close
Ooh,
because
Oh,
that looks good.
he's looking good.
You make it.
well we
Oh,
added a
man.
special touch to it. We did right there at the last. What was it?
What the hell
We
is that?
drizzled on some maple syrup.
Oh,
So let me get the
tremendous
lid
idea.
off there. This
You're
will.
gonna go straight.
I'm going straight to it. Yes, ma'am. It will be a miracle if I can get it there
Whoa.
without spilling the pumpkin pie. The pie in there and
No.
pour
Okay.
the pumpkin.
Okay. Tip. Give us the tip now.
The tip is put the pie shell in there and then pour the pumpkin in it because I'm going to have to take it out now
Oh, really?
to wipe up the pumpkin that is spilled on the bottom.
Oh no. This is a difficult process.
Oh.
I felt like I was dealing with nitroglycerin there for a minute.
Okay.
You've seen that we coated the bottom there with some good spray or oil. You need to oil that because when metal is right against Dutch oven and it's dry, it's pretty hard on cast iron. So give it a little spray there. We're going to put the lid on it. Now if you're cooking this in the house
Damn, he knows everything. It's kind of crazy. I mean, he has been cooking for 40 years or something, right? So that's enough time. But it's crazy to me. I don't know anything.
preheat the oven to 425. But for 15 minutes, we're going to cook it at 425 in the oven, and then we're going to turn it down to what? I don't.
So let's run this part back. But I have to say this. I'm going to do a lot of recipes. I even bought a camera to record in my kitchen. Since I've been reacting to so much food and asking for likes, now I have to do it. This will probably December, January, but most likely December. So some real talk, my friends. I have some bad news. Not bad news, but I think for some maybe bad news. Don't expect me to do what this man is doing. Should I even upload if things go bad? I think I should. I mean, at the end of the day, that would also be maybe funny for use. But yeah, I mean, I'm not that good, so this will be a long process.
We're going to cook it at 425 in the oven, and then we're going to turn it down to what? I don't know. 350. What I thought.
Yeah.
If you're looking to cook a pie in a Dutch oven, this is probably the easiest way if you're just starting out, because we're in a pie pan in a Dutch oven, so we got a little heat buffer there. But if you think you need more than that, take you a horseshoe, take you 2 or 3 washers and set in there to where you've got a little air barrier in there too, that you're creating more space. Now remember,
My friends, this is much easier to do in the electric oven, right? I respect him and I love to watch his recipes, but I will apply this in a electric at home. Sorry, outdoor cooking, respect, but not for me.
Remember we said we was cooking extra hot in the oven for
Even though I find it amazing.
15 minutes. So you see me load it up, hot on top, really hot on the bottom, and they're scooted really close. Well, we've been on about 10 or 12 minutes, I would say. And when I took that lid off, I could see a little bubbling in there in the middle, and that crust is beginning to set and brown
Starting
a
to
little
look
there on top. Now remember, we can
something.
always take all that heat off the top if we need to, and then target heat later. But we scooted it back from the bottom, and I may even have to rake them further than that. And we raked the coals back on the top as well, so we could slow that down. It's just like turning it down in the oven with a knob. We rake the coals back to pull it back to slow it down out here.
Okay.
Well, we've been on about 25 minutes. I pulled the heat a little further away from it, from the bottom, but you see me rake most of the heat off top and then pull some coals right up in the middle. Now we're targeting heat because when you're cooking something like this that has a lot of liquid, it's going to get done around the outside edges first, and then it's always going to be a little jiggly in the middle. Now, if we give that a little gentle kick, you can see there is still a little jiggle there. So we need to target the bottom two right in the center of that Dutch oven, but we're going to go ahead and put 3 under there. If I was guessing, I'd say that
God,
was
he's
about
playing a
15
game.
minutes out, and that'd be pretty close, but I've done rotated.
But to be honest, as he's saying this, it's kind of true. When you do in an electric oven, you cannot target specific zones, right? It's just top or bottom, and sometimes it's more in the middle. It's kind of this is actually a good way of cooking.
Did it again, top one way, bottom the other, and we're just going to slowly cook it till it's done.
Oh, that is looking delicious already. Isn't that the beauty? Come on. Oh my. Oh, take a look at all the food. This video was crazy. Holy. Oh man. Okay, my friends, I have to pause it. Man, he ended up making such amazing Thanksgiving dishes. It's actually mind-blowing. Actually, you know what, my friends? I have a question for you. Tell me in the comments what your favorite dish in Thanksgiving. And another thing, I actually might celebrate Thanksgiving this year and I might do some cooking. America, when it comes to food, unbelievable.
Now, folks, there are some things that we can do the night before, and that is
What?
the pumpkin pie, because it's going to need to cool, and then I really prefer my pumpkin pie chilled. So let's put
Ooh, great point.
them cranberries on, let's get that to going, then we're going to pull them out the next day about noon, mix all that up.
Wait, so you guys start... Sorry. This is very important to me. My friends, I need your help again. You guys start cooking 2 days before? Or 1 day before? Not just in the same day? This is a great tip.
Stick it back in the fridge and let her set. We can make that dressing the night before, make it all in there, put it in that casserole dish. Don't cook it, just slip it in that ice box and refrigerate it. Next
Dressing?
day, you can take it out,
I'm always
take it out
dressing.
early, let it come to room temp, and then we can bake it. The cream corn as well. Go ahead and just put it together. Let's cook it, then let's let it cool in the ice box, get it out the next day, and let's
Do you guys think this food will be better in the next day? Maybe the pie, I can see it, but the other things? Because when it's fresh, you know what I mean? It's kind of better. I don't know.
rewarm it, and hey, we're money ahead. Now, the day of Thanksgiving, let's start cooking them sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes. Let's get that turkey out, let's get him smoked, and let's get him to deep frying.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and put that green bean casserole together. Let's go ahead and make them rolls. Any kind of bread that you're making, but I really like to do our jalapeno cheddar biscuits, and we can let them rise, and then we can put them in there right where they come off at mealtime. But let's get as much as we can outside. That way we're freeing up that oven. We're creating a faster time for you to get there. And if you're living in a warmer climate, we ain't even heating the house up. What is the meaning really of Thanksgiving? It is to be thankful. Now, I'm not talking about just on Thanksgiving Day. I'm talking about all year round. Let's be thankful that we have the food to nourish us with, but the friends that are gathered and the family around our table that is going to nourish our heart, give us encouragement. So when you join hands at the table and you get ready to bless that food, first look around and be thankful for all those there. But as always, And I am very thankful, and it is my honor to salute all the servicemen and women and veterans. And there's a lot of them folks that still may be active duty that ain't gonna be with their families gathered around the table. So folks, be thankful for those folks because they're doing a job while we're sitting around that table. For flying that old flag that we do, we just salute you all. Folks, I need to ask you a very special favor, and this one's for me. I have a procedure the Monday after Thanksgiving, and I just ask y'all to pray about it. Just to pray that the doctor has the knowledge to take this all in and to get it done. And pray for me and Shan that we have a really safe journey, this goes well, and we'll be back next week to make another video. Get on in here. I'm going to give you a big old Thanksgiving hug.
Oh, thank you, my
friend. Glad y'all joined around the table with us. God bless each and every one of you, and I hope you have the happiest, blessed Thanksgiving ever.
Oh, such beautiful words. My friends, I'm not even sure if I will release this video earlier of Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving, but either way, happy Thanksgiving. Man, I know this is a day to be thankful, and I'm thankful to have all of you, my friends. Of course, I'm also thankful for my family. I'm thankful, honestly, I'm thankful for everything, but yeah, I appreciate you guys a lot, and thank you so much. See you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.